I'm falling for you.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing a St. Patrick's Day themed makeup look. St. Patrick's Day is tomorrow, so I thought this would be the perfect time to show you guys this like shamrock nose freckled look. I don't know how to describe the look, but y'all saw in the beginning how it's supposed to look like, so you get the idea. But anyways, let's go ahead and start this tutorial. So for the base, I'm using my e.l.f. Cosmetics foundation and the e.l.f. Camo Hydrating Concealer. I'm also using an e.l.f. Beauty Blender. If you can tell, I love e.l.f. I'm also using a foundation brush, and I just go in with a mixture of both of these because I feel like it gets the best blend.
I'm taking my time, but I ain't gonna stop singing. Hey, yeah, hey, yeah. The tide is getting high, but I ain't.
Now moving on to powder, I'm about to put you guys onto the best powder ever. This is the CoverGirl True Blend powder. Every single time I do a makeup video, I always talk about this powder. I don't know, it'll be my holy grail for life. This is literally the best thing ever. It just sets everything into place. It blends naturally with your face, and it also just gives you a little bit of extra coverage. Now for bronzer and blush, both of them are from Ciate London. This bronzer just gives you like a beachy tan. I literally think it's like the beach bronzer or something like that. I really like this one, and I also love the butter bronzer from Physicians Formula. I switch out between those two a lot. And then the blush, like I said, it's from Ciate London. It's like their Marble Collection blush. Now listen, I don't know if they still make this, and I'm really sad because not only is it beautiful, but it's just the perfect blush, y'all. It's really buildable, and it just gives you like nice rosy cheeks, and it doesn't look too harsh or anything. Now for the main part of the look, the eyeshadow, I'm using the OG James Charles palette. I'm using that bottom row of green shades from the palette, and I know there's a lot of hate on James Charles, but listen, y'all can't hate on a good palette. This thing slaps. Now for the little shamrock thing on the eye, I'm using these little stickers from Amazon. These were, I think, like $9, so not too expensive at all, and it came with so many of them. So what I did is I was supposed to actually place the sticker first on the first eye, but I forgot. So on this eye right here, I did it correctly. So I placed this little sticker on the outer corner, and then I went in with like a light green for like the transition shade. And I used like a big fluffy brush just to cover a lot more area and to get it like really blended out. Now, once that was blended, I went in with like a darker green shade right in my crease area. I did this just to add a little bit of definition and to kind of darken up the look.
Only been a few hours, but it felt like days. Only been days, but it felt like months. Been gone for a year, only know like once. Life moves fast when you do what you want. At this time, doing what I want. Hope you doing what you want.
Now for the outer corner part of my eye, I mixed a black with a dark green. Now when you do this, you don't want to add too much black. Like literally what I do is I just dap it in the black and then I dap it in the dark green. I always say that you can always add more, but you cannot take away. Like once you put a lot of black on there, there's no going back. So just be careful with it.
My newest look like Halle Berry.
Now for the shimmer on the lid, I'm spraying my brush first just to give it like a little extra shine. Then I went first with a dark green shimmer, and then over top, like right in the middle, I put a gold. And then I just blended it all together, and my vibe for this was like pot of gold. I was thinking like, you know, shamrocks, iris, the whole shebang. And then I went back with my original first color, and I'm just trying to blend everything together. I also went back in with like the dark green just to deepen it up again and blend.
She don't love me, she's too scary. My hope is fun like Jackie Brown. I wanna know if she too down. Will you be my leading lady? I want a contract, girl, no maybe. In the meantime,
It's not going where I want.
just some me time.
Hope you doing what you want.
DJ Cat.
I hope you know about the tagging. You know this look is for the bagging. Kitty, kitty, baby, get her things.
Then once everything was blended out to my liking, I went in with an eyeliner. Now this is actually an eyeliner glue, so it basically is going to act like a lash glue and a liner in one. And I'm going to let y'all in on a little secret. I don't know how to apply lashes with regular lash glue. This is the only way that I can apply strip lashes. It is so beginner friendly. Like, I love this stuff. If I don't have this, then false lashes are not a thing. And because I'm a budget friendly queen over here, my lashes are from Dollar Tree, and then I have this tweezers, and I'm just applying the lashes. And I'm just going to keep it real with you. You're seeing me apply this lash, but literally I kept the footage in, but I had to rip this off and redo it again because I failed the first time. I didn't like it. I don't know why false lashes are so hard for me. Like, I can do lash clusters, but like lash strips are so hard. If any of y'all have any tips, please leave them in the comments below. They are very much appreciated.
Cause you done beat it like the 68 Jets. Diamonds are nothing when I'm rocking with you. Diamonds are nothing when I'm shining with you. Just keep it white and black as if I'm your sister. I'm too hip to hop around town, I hear with you.
I heard that pussy for the taking. I heard it got these other niggas going crazy. Yeah, I treat you like a lady. Fuck you till you burned out, cremation. Make it cream, yeah, Wu-Tang. Throw that ass back, okay. Call me and I can get it too.
All right, now to the main star of the show, the little thing across the nose. So taking the same shamrock stickers that I use for the eye, I'm placing them across my nose and the bridge of my nose. The main thing I did was I kept on each side the same size, and I just made sure they were lined up, and I moved it around if necessary. So the layout I use for this is I put like a medium-sized one on the part closest to the end of my cheeks, and then I put a big one next to it, and then on the center of my nose, I tried to do like little small ones. And then once I had them all placed, I went in with my same eyeshadow palette, the James Charles, and I used like light green, and I just went over top of that with an eyeshadow brush. There might be a better technique for this. I don't know. This is just the way that I personally did this. You can also go for like a darker green if you wanted to. I just really like the light green look. The main thing on this is just making sure the entire shamrock is covered and then some, because we are going to peel away the sticker, so you want to make sure, like I said, everything is covered so there's not any weird like gaps or anything.
I can tell you gone off the doors.
I hope you know I'm for the taking. You know this cookies for the begging.
I heard that pussy for the taking. I heard it got these other niggas going crazy.
I hope you know I'm for the taking. You know this cookies for the begging.
Yeah, I treat you like a lady. Fuck you till you burned out, cremation.
I know I
Fuck you till you burned.
Now, before I took the stickers off, I just went in with a little bit more blush just to kind of brighten up the look a little bit more. And then I went in and I peeled the stickers off. For each one, I kind of lifted it really slowly just in case I did have to touch anything up. Then this part, I didn't realize a lot of it was like out of frame, but I added freckles. This was actually my first time ever doing freckles, and I'm really proud of how they turned out. Now, if you have any products that are like specific for freckles, you're going to want to use that, but I actually just used a brown eyebrow pencil. This was a very last minute decision. Like, when I went into this makeup look, I did not think I was going to do this, but I also just like went in with my fingers because I didn't want them to be like too prominent, and I blended them all out. Honestly, the goal with the freckles was just for them to be there, but like really subtle. But then I'm going back in with my eyes, and I'm doing like a shader brush, and I'm taking a dark green and just going underneath. This was just to give the eyeshadow look more shape and a little bit more volume. I don't know if volume's the right word, but you get what I'm saying.
Careful, mama, why would you say? You talking to me like your new babe. You talking like you trying to do things.
Now I'm just going in with finishing touches on the face, so I'm just brushing my brows through, and then I'm applying highlighter. Now, if you're somebody who actually like knows how to do brows really good, this is where you do that. I just didn't want to do them, honestly. But I'm also applying highlighter. I'm using two highlighters. I'm using the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in the shade Lunch Money. And then I also went over top of that with a Wet n Wild one. I forgot what shade it is, but I love this combination. Like, it's the best highlighter combination in my opinion. And then I thought this was super cute because I was so proud of myself. But anyways, I went in with a lipstick. This is a red lipstick from the Sephora collection. I honestly wasn't sure what lipstick color I should go with, but I thought this would be good because I didn't have a green one, and I kind of thought that would be too much green, but maybe y'all can try that and let me know if it works for you. Also, I know that this tutorial is kind of chaotic. I never claimed to be like a professional makeup artist. This is a tutorial specifically for beginners. I used to play around with makeup a long time ago, and it's been over 4 years since I've done like a creative makeup look, so I was just so proud of myself for this. Like, it made me so happy to get back into my like creative little spark. But anyways, the product that I applied over top is the e.l.f. Lip Reviver Oils. These are my favorite products of all time, and it is in the shade like a red shade. But yeah, that's pretty much everything for the makeup look. Now I'm just adding like finishing touches, fixing up everything that needs, and doing my hair a little bit.
Boucher, baby. I'm carrying that water, Bobby Boucher, baby. And you know I'm a slaughter like I'm Jason. That's why you got it on safety.
I don't know if you could take and fear of you. I'm too little to dim down on the night.
When join the move for empathy, blood in my pen. Better yet with your friends and them.
Now for accessories, I am wearing my St. Patrick's Day necklace, and it also came with these bracelets. This set is so cute. But that is all for the St. Patrick's Day makeup tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you decide to try out this makeup look, let me know in the comments below. Also, don't forget to hit the subscribe button down below and like this video, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!